Hello student, this is the second part of this federalism class 10 civics. Now, yes, in first lecture we have seen total introductory part of whole lesson, that is what is federalism, why in short we have seen then types of forms, what makes India federal country, means in short we have seen. Now come to the in deep what is federalism, which is on the page number 14 of your textbook. So here we in the first lesson power sharing we have taken example related to the power sharing about the Belgium, and one country was of the Sri Lanka. So take the example of the Belgium. So here we'll recall it. One of the key changes made in this constitution of Belgium, they changed this when disputes arise related to the power sharing, they then change constitution and made some provisions of this Belgium constitution of Belgium was to reduce the power of the central government and to give the powers to regional government. Means what was the aim of this changing constitution in Belgium? To reduce the power of this central government and given powers to whom? That is regional governments. So regional governments existed in Belgium even earlier. ऐसा नहीं था कि रीजनल गवर्नमेंट पहले नहीं था, ऐसा नहीं है, बट पावर्स वेर लिमिटेड. सो दे हैड देयर रोल्स and powers, but all these powers were given to this government and could be withdrawn by the central government. Means regional government was there in the Belgium before changing this constitution, and all the powers were given to this government. Means which government? Regional governments, and could be withdrawn by the central गवर्नमेंट. मीन्स जो पावर भी दिया था रीजनल गवर्नमेंट को बेल्जियम में, तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कभी भी वो विड्रॉ कर सकता है. मीन्स अथॉरिटी और डोमिनेटिव पोजीशन वाज ऑफ दिस सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. द चेंज दैट टुक प्लेस इन 1993 was that regional governments were given constitutional powers that were no longer dependent on the central government. And in this new constitution of the Belgium, they given powers to the regional government, constitutional powers to the regional government that were no longer dependent on the central government. सेंट्रल ये जो ऐसे पावर दिए हैं कि वो कभी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट पे डिपेंड नहीं करेगा. इस टोटल पावर वॉट एवर disputes will be arise in this regional government or regional regions, then this regional government have complete authority to take the decision. Means central government would not be interfere in this, in their regional matter. Thus Belgium shifted from unitary to the federal form of government. Means by changing the constitution and providing independent power, individual powers for taking the decision, means that one was the in Belgium shifted from unitary. Means before to that unitary government was there. Unitary means only central authority or central government is having the powers, and central government gives the instruction for taking the decision to the regional government. So here Belgium shifted from which government? There was unitary, and from unitary to the federal form of government, means transformation taken place after the formation of means after for including the constitutional provision or changing the constitution. Government was, before to that, government was unitary, and that shifted to the federal form of government. This changes taken place because differences arise related to the power sharing in Belgium. And one of the example we have seen in the first lesson, that is of the country Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka continue to be small for all practical purpose. A unitary system where the national government has all the powers. In Sri Lanka, unitary system was there, and this national government or central government has all the powers. Tamil leaders want Sri Lanka to become a federal system, or Tamil leaders they were feeling alienation, like, and isolated feeling was there, alienated feeling was there place of the Tamil leaders, because most of the laws or priority to the university level or the job, they were given to only Sinhala community, and that is why these Tamil leaders want Sri Lanka to become a federal, means that was the unitary government, and Sri Lankan Tamil wanted a federal form of government. And because of this, disputes arise on the basis of power sharing, even though civil war taken place because of these disputes, conflicts between the Sinhala and Tamil leaders. So here federalism is the system. So what is the federalism? Means there are two types of this power sharing or government, that is unitary, and another one is federal. So federalism, what is federalism? Federalism is a system of government in which power is divided between central authority and various constituent units of the country. Means in federalism, powers it is divided between the central authority. Central authority means central government, and various constituent units of the country, means state governments, or that would call regional government. Usually फेडरेशन हैज़ टू लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. यूजुअली फेडरेशन में दो लेवल होते हैं, गवर्नमेंट के दो लेवल. वन इज़ द गवर्नमेंट फॉर एंटायर कंट्री. पहला क्या होता है? वन, इट इज़ द गवर्नमेंट फॉर एंटायर कंट्री, that is usually responsible for the few subjects of common national interest. Means central government that is responsible, or government for entire country. Central government, it is responsible for entire country, whole of the country, and that is usually responsible for the few subjects, and they are for the common national interest. So the others are the government at the level of the provinces or state that look after much of the day-to-day administrating of their state. Both this level of government enjoy their power independent of the other. Means in federalism, two governments are there, central and regional, and both this government, they have their separate jurisdictions, separate powers. No one interfere in their work. Both these levels, central and regional or central and state, both these levels of the government enjoy their power independent of the other. Means they enjoy fully their independent in this federalism. Okay, in this, okay, in this sense federalism, in this sense federalism are contrasted with unitary government. मीन्स इस वे से फेडरलिज्म जो है वो अलग है, कॉन्ट्रास्ट है विथ कंपेयरिंग टू द यूनिटरी गवर्नमेंट. इन फेडरलिज्म बोथ दिस गवर्नमेंट दे एंजॉय देयर राइट्स और देयर पावर्स. अंडर द यूनिटरी सिस्टम इधर देयर इज ओनली वन लेवल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. यूनिटरी सिस्टम में क्या होता है, means possibilities are there like that. Either there is only one level of the government, that is central government, or that would be the subunits are subordinate to the central government. या तो वो central government का एक subunit हो सकता है, and that is called here subordinate. Means that state subunit or subordinate to the central government, they work as per the guideline of central government. In which government? That is unitary system. But in the federal system, the central government cannot order the state government to do something. लेकिन फेडरल सिस्टम में, जैसे कि यूनिटरी सिस्टम में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कैन इशू द ऑर्डर टू रीजनल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, बट इन दिस फेडरल गवर्नमेंट और सॉरी इन द फेडरल सिस्टम सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कैनॉट ऑर्डर द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को ऑर्डर नहीं दे सकता या डोमिनेट नहीं कर सकता टू डू समथिंग. Means both these government, they have their independent area for the work. They can take their decision on their respective level, or no one interfere in their for taking the decision. In which government? In this federal form of government, which is exact opposite to the unitary government, unitary system. State government has power of its own, for which it is not answerable to the central government. In federal form, state government has a power, and this state government is not answerable to the central government related to their work. Means they have their authority to take the decision on their own level. To which government? State government or regional government. Here no means central government could not issue or order or raise the questions or can ask the question about their work. Both these governments are separately answerable to the people, but here central government is also responsible or answerable to the people, citizens, and regional governments also answerable to the people as per their work. But as per their between central and state government, they are not answerable to each other, but they are answerable to the citizens as per their work. So I think you might have clear you have clear about the unitary and federal form of government. So let us look at some of the key features of federalism. Key features of the federalism. Let us look at the some key features. First is there are two or more level, or that is called also tier of the government. Means in the federalism there are two or more than two levels, or it can be said tiers of the government. For example, in India, there is central government, and again there is state government or regional government, and extended level of the central government is local level in urban area and rural area. In urban area, panchayat, municipality and municipal corporation, and if we talk about the rural area, panchayat raj, panchayat samiti, then panchayat samiti and gram panchayat. These are the local bodies which is extended level of the state government in our country. And second key features of the federalism is that different tiers of government govern the same citizen. Means central government govern the citizens. At the same time, that citizens governed by whom? Regional or state government. Means there are no separate citizens. All the citizens of the country, they means different tiers of government govern the same citizens, but each tier has its own jurisdiction. लेकिन हर टायर्स को, हर लेवल को अपना अपना jurisdiction है. Jurisdiction means what? Area under having the legal authority. Jurisdiction means area under having the legal authority. तो legal authority जो है, jurisdiction area, और it's they have their own jurisdiction. To whom? Central government and regional government. अपना अपना अधिकार क्षेत्र जो है वो separate है, and both these government they are responsible or answerable to the citizens in the specific matter of the legislation, taxation and administration. These are the jurisdiction, जिसे हम अधिकार क्षेत्र भी कह सकते हैं. Then third feature of the federalism is that jurisdiction of the respective level or tiers of government are specified in the constitution. So the existence and authority of each tiers of the government is constitutionally guaranteed. Means jurisdiction of the respective levels or tiers of the government, means central government and regional or state government, are specified in the constitution. All it is jurisdiction. What would be the rights and all this is jurisdiction, adhikar kshetra. These are mentioned in this constitution. So the existence and authority of each tiers of the government is constitutionally guaranteed. This all it is stated in this constitution, and constitutionally given the guarantee related to the jurisdiction to both this government. And fourth feature, fundamental provisions of the constitution can be unilaterally. fundamental provision जो है, बेसिक प्रोविजंस जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, कैनॉट बी यूनिलैटरली चेंज. वन वे से या कोई एक गवर्नमेंट को चेंज नहीं कर सकते यूनिलैटरली, या वन वे चेंज नहीं कर सकते. वॉट एवर प्रोविजंस गिवन इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बाय द वन लेवल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. मीन्स सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट भी अकेला नहीं कर सकता, या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भी या रीजनल गवर्नमेंट भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजन सेपरेटली चेंज नहीं कर सकता. सच चेंजेस रिक्वायर द कंसेंट ऑफ बोथ द लेवल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. और ऐसे कुछ चेंजेस है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में अमेंडमेंट के लिए, उसके लिए मीन्स बोथ दिस गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल एज वेल एज रीजनल गवर्नमेंट, हैविंग द अथॉरिटी और रिक्वायर देयर कंसेंट. उनका कंसेंट की ज़रूरत होती है of both the level of government, central and state. So this is fourth feature of the constitution. Then come to the fifth. Court have the power to interpret the constitution. कोर्ट को पावर दिया है. कोर्ट और जुडिशरी, it is one of the institution of the democracy, and court has given the power. Which power given? That is interpret the constitution. Interpret means कोई स्पेसिफिक अर्थ लगाना, मीनिंग लगाना, इंटरप्रेट करना. कौन सा इंटरप्रेट करना? वट एवर प्रोविजन्स, principles given in the constitution, what would be their accurate meaning? What would be the particular means? For example, particular provision is given in this constitution or principle is given in the constitution, तो उस principle का accurate meaning क्या रहेगा, ऐसे इंटरप्रेट करने का अधिकार किसको दिया है? टू whom it is given, interpreting the constitution, कि उसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जो पर्टिकुलर प्रिंसिपल दिए उसका एक्यूरेट मीनिंग क्या हो सकता है. तो दिस अथॉरिटी गिवन टू द कोर्ट. जुडिशियरी, द हाईएस्ट कोर्ट एक्ट एज अंपायर. हाईएस्ट कोर्ट मीन्स अपेक्स कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट. दे एक्ट एज अ अंपायर. एज यू नो, इन एनी गेम there is umpire, and umpire decision has to accept or follow by both the parties in the game. In the same way, here Supreme Court act as a umpire between this court, central and state. Means whatever decision given related to this matter by the Supreme Court as an umpire, they have to be accepted. To whom we have to be accepted both this government. If the disputes arise between the different level of the government in the exercise of their respective powers, means if in case conflicts or disputes arise related to the power sharing, then here Supreme Court's interaction or interference is important, and whatever decision given by the Supreme Court, or that is called the apex court, both this government have to be accept. This is the fifth feature of this fifth feature of the federalism. Okay, then come to the sixth feature of the federalism. Sources of revenue. Sources of revenue for each level of the government are clearly specified to entire in the financial authority. Means in sixth feature of this federalism, sources of revenue means what would be the income, of particular government, central and state, that is called here sources of revenue for each level of the government are clearly specified to ensure its financial autonomy. Both this level of the government, they have given or ensured the financial autonomy, means they can take the financial decisions on their own level. What would be the revenue sources for each level? It is clearly mentioned. Each level of the government, it is clearly specified. So this is sixth feature of this federalism. And seventh feature of this federalism is that federal system thus has dual objective. फेडरल सिस्टम को डबल ड्यूअल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स है. To safeguard and promote the unity of country. First objective is what? To safeguard and promote what? Unity of the country. Unity of the country is very important in the federal system, and this is one of the objective to safeguard and promote the unity of country. And to safeguard and power the unity of country, it is one of the objective of federal government. While at the same time, उसी time accommodate the regional diversity, and at the same time whatever regional diversity or problem creates, that could be accommodated. Accommodate means adjust. Therefore two aspects are crucial, and therefore these two aspects, they are crucial. Crucial means important for the institution and practice of this federalism. Institutional, for the institutional and practice of the federalism, these are two crucial or important aspects. What are that? First, it promote the unity of country. In federal system, first objective, unity of the country, to safeguard and promote the unity of country. And another one is what? While at the same time accommodate the regional diversity. Because of the regional diversity, different culture, language, or arise the conflicts or problems. So here it is there is need to accommodate or adjust regional diversity in this federal system. Therefore two aspects are very crucial: the institution and practice of federalism. Government at the different level should agree to some rules of the power sharing, and both this government has to accept the rules and regulation for the power sharing. In central government as well as regional government or state government, both these government have to accept some basic rules of this federal system. Then and then it would be successfully or conflicts would not be created. They should also trust that each would abide by its the part of agreement. Whatever agreements taken place or decided agreement between these two government, they have to be respect, they have to be abide of the part of their agreement, whatever taken place. Then and then federal system can run smoothly. An ideal federal system has both aspects. Ideal federal system has both aspects, which are that? First one is mutual trust. Mutual trust is very important in this federal system. And another one is what? Agreement to live together. Means if we want to live together, basic rules have to be accepted by all the by both this government. For example, if take the example of the family, if the 4 family members are there, then each family members, they have to accept the unwritten rules of that unwritten rules or written rules of the family. They have to be abide and respect. Then and then mutual trust would be there and agreement to live together. Okay, so the exact balance of power between central and state government varies from one federation to another federation. So we have seen what is federal form of government and what are its future. But we can't say that each and every country's government working of each and every country's federal government, that would be same. There would be variation, varies from one federalism to another, from country to country. ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि वह फेडरल फॉर्म है तो वो सेम ही रहेगा हर कंट्री का. इट इज़ नॉट possible. So this balance depends mainly on the historical context in which the federation was formed. This balance depend upon mainly on what? Historical context in that countries which federalism was formed. किस प्रकार का हिस्टोरिकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट है और किस प्रकार से वो फेडरलिज्म फॉर्म हुए हैं. There are two kinds of routes through which federation have been formed. मीन्स दो प्रकार के रूट है जिसमें फेडरेशन फॉर्म हो सकते हैं. फेडरेशन हैव बीन फॉर्म. द फर्स्ट इज दैट फर्स्ट रूट इन्वॉल्व independent states coming together on their own. Independent state coming together on their own means it is not botheration, but by willingly some independent state, independent country, they come together. For maybe the objective behind it is what? That would be the security point of view, or showing the big units, independent countries or independent state comes together in this federalism and to form the bigger unit, so that by pulling the sovereignty and retaining identity, they can increase their security. So here in the first form of the federal form, first type of federal form, that independent states comes together for showing the bigger unit and by pulling what? Sovereignty. Sovereignty means we have seen countries are, and whatever decision is there related to the country, we have to take. No one interfere in our internal matter. So this is one type of the federalism for showing the independent state or route, that independent state coming together. And this type of the coming together federation include USA, Switzerland and Australia. These are the example of first form of this federal system, coming टुगेदर फेडरेशन. इसी को क्या कहा है? कमिंग टुगेदर फेडरेशन. इसमें इंडिविजुअल स्टेट्स कम्स टुगेदर बाय विलिंगली just for showing the bigger unit and safety point of view. That is called coming together. And examples are USA, United States of America, Switzerland and Australia. And second form of the federalism is that in this first category of the federation, all the constituent states usually have equal powers and are strong. Vice versa, federal government means here all constituent state means whatever state in different states are there in the country, they are not independent state, but they all these state belonging to the particular country. For example, India usually have the equal powers. Generally, this state government also have the equal powers and are strong. They are also strong. Vice versa, the federal government means in this coming together, all the states, though they comes together, but basically they are independent. In this coming together federation, basically they are independent states. They comes together just for their own, and here they are strong, they are equal, they are having the equal powers. जैसे अमेरिका में डिफरेंट स्टेट्स है, वो अलग अलग स्टेट्स है, बट दे फॉर्म देयर यूनियन, बट बेसिकली they are powerful for taking the decision or in this way they are having the equal power and or are very strong. So here second root is where large country decide to divide its power between the constituent states and the national government. So second form of the federalism or federation, that is holding together federation. First one we have seen coming together, example was USA, Switzerland and Australia, and another one holding together federation. Here basically states are not individual or individual country, but they are in the one countries. It is the second root of the large country, and it is important in the large country, just like India decide to divide its powers, divide the powers between whom constituent states and the national government. For example, India, Spain, Belgium, these are the example of this kind of फेडरेशन. विच फेडरेशन? होल्डिंग टुगेदर फेडरेशन. हमारे यहाँ के अलग अलग जो स्टेट है वो इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट नहीं है, दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, बट जस्ट फॉर द पावर शेयरिंग दिस अरेंजमेंट it is done in of this federation, which called federation, holding together federation. In this second category, central government tend to be more powerful. इसमें सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट क्या होता है? मोर पावरफुल, वाइस वर्सा स्टेट. सेंट्रल मीन्स यदि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को पावर भी दिए गए हैं, लेकिन पर्टिकुलर मैटर में डोमिनेशन दैट इज ऑफ द central government, means central government is powerful in holding together federation. Very often different constituent units of the federation have unequal power. ऐसे बहुत कम केसेस होते हैं कि जिसमें पावर्स जो है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का जो पावर्स है वो अनइक्वल होता है. Some units are granted special powers. Some units are granted special powers. For example, we have seen Jammu Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir had separate constitution. The rules of the Jammu Kashmir, that was not according to the Indian constitution, or they have separate constitution as per the Article 370, but now it is changes brought it. So here we have seen about what key features of the federalism, then basic difference of the federalism, that is unitary system, and federal system. Federation, that is key features, 7 key features we have seen. And after that we have seen 2 types of the federation, that is coming together and holding together, and we have seen what are the difference between this coming together and holding together. Okay, this is on the page number 15. You have to be read it the page till page number 15. Okay student, we stop here. Thank you. किती मिनिटं